Do you think you were right or wrong about that?
100%, sir. What we've seen...
100% what? Right or wrong?
100% I was correct.
You were correct about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The idea that you just dismantle an immigration system is not... There was a mandate to the Trump administration.
Illegal alien border encounters are down 95% right now. I think you were wrong about that.
Congressman Brandon Gill, a rising MAGA star, to say the least, absolutely tears into Biden's chief of staff. Folks, I think you're going to like this. It is no secret that the Democrats absolutely flubbed the border while Joe Biden was in office. Or, depending on how you define it, maybe it wasn't a flood because it was all intentional. I don't know. Just speculating here. I think you're going to like this, all right? Brandon does not hold back. This guy is absolutely clueless. He looks like a fool. And so with that being said, we are going to get right into it. But first, do me a big favor here. Like our video and share it around so that way we can keep bringing you all this great, hard-hitting content. And as always, Patriots, I'm your host, Darian, and this is Resist the Mainstream.
Gentleman yields back. Okay, and I recognize the gentleman from the great state of Texas, Mr. Gill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for holding this hearing today on what I believe to be one of the most, probably the most important issue that our country faces right now, which is illegal immigration. Mr. Hauser, I've got a few questions for you. You were chief of staff for ICE, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What years were you there?
2021 to 2023.
So that was during the Biden administration, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Got it. So presumably you're well-versed in border security and immigration enforcement, is that right?
Yes, sir. I would say that I'm very aware. I also worked at CBP under the Obama administration. Yes, sir.
Got it. So you've got a lot of experience there. I'm going to ask you a few questions. In an interview with the Daily Blast on February 28th, 2024, you mentioned, quote, "You can't deter and punish your way to lowering encounters at the border," end quote. Do you think you were right or wrong about that?
100%, sir. What we've seen...
100% what? Right or wrong?
100% I was correct.
You were correct about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The idea that you just dismantle an immigration system is not... There was a mandate to the Trump administration.
Illegal alien border encounters are down 95% right now. I think you were wrong about that. You also said, quote, "The idea that you can turn off the border is just not factual." Do you think that was right or wrong?
Sir, the threats that we're still seeing across the border...
Do you think you were right or wrong about that statement?
What's that, sir?
My question is, were you right or wrong about that statement?
When you turn off the immigration
border
system, sir, yes, you will not see encounters. Yes.
Well, southwestern border encounters are at a 15-year low under President Trump. Another thing that you mentioned...
It's not just Gill who seemingly appears to disagree with this guy. Also in disagreement is the acting Biden ICE director who served from about July 2023 until Trump entered office in January of 2025. TJ Lechner, hopefully I'm saying his name right, actually said, according to NBC News, that the Biden administration absolutely should have acted sooner in order to stem the flow of illegal immigration at the border and actually do something about all these people coming in. He also said that ICE had a very hard time doing its job, if at all, because they were specifically made to send their agents to the Custom and Borders Protection. Basically, they didn't have enough ICE officials to actually go out and enforce immigration law. Isn't that cute?
Mentioned, quote, "Just shutting off the border to asylum seekers is not going to do that," meaning close the border. What I think is going to do that is make it more erratic and sporadic for the sort of large surges of migrants you would see coming across the border. Do you think that was right or wrong?
100% correct. It was correct, sir. We're going to see that over the next couple of years. Yes.
Border apprehensions are down now because President Trump has secured our border. He's stopped the flow of illegal aliens coming across our border and coming to our border. Do you think that we have a better or worse border situation now than we did under Joe Biden?
Sir, I believe the border is secure.
You believe the border is secure, that's right. But you were wrong about a lot of other things, about what would secure the border, is that right?
No, sir, it's only been 100 days.
You were wrong about what it would take to stop the flow of illegal aliens coming into the United States. You were wrong that secure enforcement that we're seeing under President Trump would stop the flow of illegal aliens. You ought to keep that in mind as you're going to the media and mouthing off about the president.
Can I answer that question?
Let me ask you another question. This is from a New York Times op-ed that you wrote just a month ago.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned, quote, "Federal law enforcement under President Trump is engaged in dangerous political theater." What about President Trump's law enforcement do you think is dangerous political theater? Do you think that
Sir, I think
seizing
setting quotas,
235,000 pounds of
quotas
fentanyl
by
at the
political
border is
appointees in
dangerous
the White
political
House
theater?
is a problem.
Do you think seizing fentanyl at our border is dangerous
sir.
political theater? Do you know who Gilberto Avila Jara is?
So that's exactly where ICE should have their resources focused. That's exactly where
And
this
we did,
administration
and
is
he was
beginning to turn
arrested
them away
last
from.
month and charged with over 26 crimes against minors.
Yes, sir.
These were the kind of people that Joe
Taking
Biden
2,000
and
CBP
under your
officers off the
leadership were
border
coming into
over
our
the next
country.
3 months doesn't make us more safe. Taking HSI agents away
Taking-
from drug interdiction and
Taking murderers and rapists
human
off our
smuggling
streets makes the American
doesn't make us
people
more
more
safe.
safe.
It is so rich for a pro-open borders leftist to sit there and moralize about what's right and what's wrong and what's safe in terms of what you're doing with the border. The only reason this guy is upset by it, you can just tell, is that it indicates that perhaps the Trump administration is going to try to deport some of the illegal immigrants who have been sitting in America, not facing the consequences of their actions. And people like that guy, not Brandon, but the other dude, hate that. They just can't stand it. The idea of enforcing American law with foreign invaders. Why? I have no idea. All right. Beats me.
It's your testimony that taking murderers and rapists off our streets does not make us more safe.
What I'm saying,
is that what
sir,
you're
is
telling me?
what we have heard from this administration is over the next few months, there's going to be thousands of law enforcement focused on non-criminal migrants.
We'll see.
instead
You
of
were
the
you were
exact
wrong
same
about a
threats
lot
we
of
both
things. I don't
agree
put a
on.
whole lot of stock into that, candidly, and I don't think the American people do either. Do you support amnesty?
No, sir.
Do you support amnesty for illegal aliens?
No, sir.
In this New York Times article, you wrote, quote, that means that the best solution for public safety is not mass deportations.
No, I
it's giving
support
undocumented,
focused
I'm
immigration support
speaking
for
right
migrants
now.
that need
This is my
protection
time,
under our
not
law.
yours. I'm speaking. It's giving undocumented immigrants who have been in the United States for a long time the opportunity to come forward, pay a fine, and gain legal status. That
Yes, sir.
sounds a lot like amnesty to me, doesn't it, to
It's
you?
a process, sir, under the law that could exercise and allow them for
That's
migrants to come out
amnesty.
of the shadows and then focus.
That's what amnesty is. This is a deliberate semantic obfuscation, and you know it, and I know it, and the American people know it as
it's not,
well. Do you think that illegal aliens should be given welfare once they get amnesty?
Sir, that's not my department.
You've got a lot of opinions on a whole lot of different things. You don't have an opinion
Areas
on that?
where I've worked for 20 years, sir. Yes, sir.
Look at that smug look on his face. Oh, I've done it for 20 years. Yeah, dude, you've been a corrupt hack for 20 years. Congratulations. Interesting how he doesn't stick to the lie, too. You know, first he lies about, oh, I didn't support amnesty. No, not at all. They get shown. You might as well have just fully doubled down and been like, yeah. What's interesting, too, is why not just commit to the lie, dude? You know, first he goes there and pretends that he didn't support amnesty, even though he clearly did. After that, you might as well just say, hey, no, I would never support welfare. Why would I support that? I don't support amnesty. Instead, he says, well, it's not my department. In other words, yeah, I support it, but I'm just not going to say it. You know, it's kind of like in Taji Brown Jackson when she said, well, I can't say if a man's a man or a woman is a woman. I'm not a biologist. Okay, so you believe in gender ideology, all right? You're trying to say it without saying it. Alejandro Mayorkas was similar with his lies. Maybe a little different, but check out what he said.
I have never minimized the challenge that the southern border presents. It is my testimony that the border is secure.
Professional masters of deceit, these people are.
And finally, let me ask you, do you think that Biden was successful at stopping illegal immigration?
There was failures at the beginning of the Biden administration to deal with the flow of migrants post-COVID. And then there was failures of implementation of policies across all of the immigration system. That's the same problems we're seeing now. The idea that you can enforce your way out of immigration and the challenges that we see across the Western Hemisphere, it's not going to work.
We had an open border under Biden. The border's secure now. I think that's a successful Trump policy and a failure of the Biden administration. I yield my time back. Thank you.
Boom. I don't know about you guys, but I think Brandon Gill tore that guy a new one. All right. That was great to witness. With all that being said, folks, let us know what you think. Okay. Comment below. All right. We want to hear it. What do you want to see in the future? And if you have not already, hit that subscribe button. And that way we can make sure that we see you again soon. God bless, Patriots.